Have you ever heard of manifesting with water? Now, we all know that scene in that particular blockbuster movie where he says, keep your thoughts as pure as the water. And the rejoinder is, the water's not that pure, followed by, neither are your thoughts. But really, there is something to be said for that. And we can manifest using water. So stick around and let's talk about how to do that, okay? Hi, I'm Marna, and thank you for joining me. So today we're talking about the manifestation possibilities with water. Good old pure drinking water. Now, I will say you may want to rethink using water from the tap for these things, just because municipalities tend to add things to the water. Fluoride, various chemicals, bleaches, things that are needed to maintain water quality for large groups of people, but that can get in the way when you're using them for manifestation. Now, if you're drinking well water, you're great. If you are drinking water that has been run through a purification device, you're fine. However, if you just have regular tap water, if you possibly can, go pick up a bottle of water in a glass bottle, not a plastic one. And if you watch my video on foods, I talk about why you need to avoid the plastic bottles. So go pick up a glass bottle of water or one that's labeled as BPA free and use that for your manifestation. You do want to avoid brands that are known for basically being relabeled tap water, and you can find a list of those online without any problem. So the first technique we're going to do is very simple. You take your glass of water. You hold it in both hands. Take a few deep, calming breaths. In, hold, and release. And if you've been watching my videos, you know this is how I start most of my manifestations. In, hold, and release. In, hold, and release. And by about the third or fourth breath, you should be feeling tension leaving your body. So your shoulders will be easing up. You may actually feel a little more pain in your lower back as the tension is leaving your upper back, because upper back tension tends to distract you. So once you're in this calmer state and your conscious mind has had a chance to connect to your subconscious mind, you take your glass of water, you hold it in both hands, and you picture your intent, your manifestation, what it is you're bringing into your life, going into the water. Now, the cool thing about water is water has a chemical memory to it. The molecules themselves absorb and hold energy. So the more quantum energy you are putting into the water, the better result you will get from this manifestation technique. So visualize it, picture it, take the emotion of what you're bringing in and picture all of that being held in the water. If you want to up this even more and you are close to the night of a full moon, take your glass filled with your intention and set it on the windowsill in the light of the full moon for about 10 minutes. And generally, 10 minutes will fully charge any glass of water. You can also, if a full moon is not available, you can also enhance this by putting a quartz crystal into it. If you are trying to bring in something like romance, use rose quartz instead of clear quartz. If you are trying to bring in more positivity in your life, use smoky quartz instead of clear quartz. All of these crystals have different properties, and that will also get infused into the water. This is excellent for charging the water and making sure it holds your intent. Once you have your water charged with your intent, this is the rough part. This is the hard part. Okay, are you paying attention? Once you have the water charged, you drink it, all of it. Now, it's okay if it takes you a little while to do this, but that is how you bring the charge that you have put into the water, the intent that you have put into the water, the energy that you have put into the water, back into your energetic field, and thereby release it to the universe to bring about your manifestation. So, enjoy and bottoms up. Now, my next technique is going to seem even a little bit more far-fetched than the last one. This is called the 2-cup technique, and it is used to trigger what is known as a quantum leap principle. The quantum leap principle has nothing to do with the television show that I grew up on, although I do recognize the similarity in the name, and I find it highly amusing. What a quantum leap is transferring yourself from one energetic state to another. So it's an internal process using your own quantum energy to move from one state of being to another state of being. And what we are going to do with the water is use that as a physical representation of the energetic shift that we are making. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. What this does is it allows your glass of water to be a stand-in for your subconscious. Your subconscious mind sees you doing this, feels you putting the energy into it, and responds to it. So, how do we do this? First, you take your cup and you write down on it what your problem is right now, what you are trying to overcome in your life, and what it is that you are moving on from. In this case, I have financial restriction and lack, since I know that that affects a lot of people. Then you take your second cup, and on this one you write what it is you are going to, what it is you are manifesting. In this case, I wrote financial abundance. Now this is where the symbolism comes in. Keep in mind, your subconscious brain works on visual images, symbolism, and feelings, not logical thought. So logical thought has no part in this process. But for the benefit of your subconscious self, you're going to take the what is, and you're going to very carefully transfer it to what you are bringing in, what you are manifesting. Now this tells your subconscious brain that this is the new what is. Now you can combine this with the last technique and sit there and charge the water with your energetic field of abundance and then drink it. Now the third technique, I love y'all, but I'm not going to demonstrate it for you. You're going to have to use your imagination on this one. For the third technique of using water to manifest, you need to find a natural body of water. And here's a picture of mine. Once you have found this natural body of water, and it can be any body of water near you, it doesn't have to be the ocean, it can be a river, it can be a stream, it can be the lake down the street, whatever it is that you have available to you as a natural body of water. I don't recommend using wastewater runoff streams because those aren't exactly natural, but find a body of water within reasonable distance of you to utilize for this process. Once you have found your body of water, then again, you're talking to your subconscious mind. Look at the water, which is now representing your subconscious, and tell it what it is that you want. I am asking to bring this into my life. Please bring this into my life with harm to no one. Bring this into my life in peace and in plenty. Bring this into my life with gratitude and joy. And then sit with the water. It's up to you exactly how sitting with the water is going to play out. If you're like me, you will be in a swimsuit and dive right in. But it works equally well if you sit on the banks of the river and just dip your toes in. Or if it's really cold, just sit and enjoy watching the water move. Stay with the water until your thoughts are flowing as clearly as the water is. Once you have reached that sense of inner peace, hold on to a sense of gratitude that your manifestation is already here. Thank the water, because it's always good to say thank you. And then that's it. Go home, go about your day, because your manifestation is already in your life. Just because you don't physically see it yet doesn't mean it's not there.
Boober would like to remind you to please boop the like button. Thank you.
So, hopefully these 3 tips have helped you get some clarity on using water to manifest. I am Marna, and I will see you on the next video.